Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have some messy conditions out there this morning with some moderate to heavy rain, and we have seen the winds pick up a bit since the first briefing this morning, enough to issue a wind advisory. So we are currently under a wind advisory at the moment, and temperatures are running around 46 degrees. Take a look at the current surface analysis. We can see this rain shield that is pushing through the mid-Atlantic region is associated with we have a low pressure system over the Great Lakes region with a cold front that trailed down over the eastern part of the country, with another low developing over the southeast states that will continue to deepen and lift northeast through our local area, causing all of these rain showers to push through the area as we go through the day today. And we will see things start to dry out as we get into the morning hours for our Friday, as the system pushes to the northeast and clears out of the area. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's balloon sounding, we have winds out of the east to east-southeast near the surface, becoming more southwesterly to west-southwesterly as we go up through the column, and increasing in speed, becoming westerly around 25,000 feet, with a peak wind around 48 knots at 20,000 feet, and the freezing level is at 9,400 feet. Quick look at the local radar. We could see lots of rain activity in the area with some moderate to heavier showers embedded in there. Those will continue to pass through the area as we go throughout the day today with those breezy conditions. So again, a messy day going throughout the day for our Thursday. If we take a look at the current visible satellite and composite radar overlaid, we can see some gaps in the radar data here, but nonetheless there is rain in our area and continuing to push through from the southwest to northeast. Otherwise, plenty of cloud material as well, and some breezy conditions across the region. So lots more rain to continue to come and push through the area as we go throughout the day today. If we take a look at the short-term high-resolution model to see how that plays out as we go through the day today, continue much of the same moderate to heavier rain showers coming through the area today as we go. We could see a few breaks in the activity as we get into the middle part of the afternoon, with just some moderate to light rain showers pushing through, and then we'll see another round of more persistent rain this evening, with a chance of seeing an embedded thunderstorm with these heavy, more moderate to heavy showers. As that low pressure gets a little closer to the area, we'll see things destabilize a bit, so can't rule out seeing some thunderstorms embedded. Just a slight chance, about a 20-30% chance is kind of what we're expecting at the moment. But as we go into the evening hours, we'll see this activity start to move out of here as that low pressure lifts off to the northeast, and we'll see things dry out, remaining cloudy at first, and then we'll see clouds start to break as we go through the day on Friday, and seasonable day for Friday, and then we'll see a little bit cooler day as we go into the day on Saturday, but again, expecting things to remain dry for the next couple of days. If we look at the longer-term model, zooming out, looking at the East Coast, we just have a few little disturbances moving through the area, mainly bringing us some cloud cover here and there over the weekend. But otherwise, things remain dry through the extended period as we start the beginning of next week, and we likely staying dry until we get into the middle of the week, as we'll have this system coming together and possibly moving into the area for the middle to the end of the week. But again, that's a ways out, so we'll have to see how that starts to come together as we get closer to the event. So expecting dry weather for the extended forecast. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, again, a messy day. We are red for precip up until the midnight hour, as we do expect showers activity to continue going throughout the day today. Expected temperatures to continue to climb as well as we go through the day today, expecting our high actually around midnight tonight, around 56 degrees, and we'll see breezy to windy conditions as we go throughout the day today, with east to east southeasterly winds picking up to around 11 to 16 knots with some gusts to 26 knots early in the afternoon, and increasing up to 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 33 to 35 knots as we get into the late afternoon and early evening on the closest approach of that low pressure system. And then we'll see those winds back off just a bit, but remaining breezy as we go into the morning hours Friday with the wind shifting out of the west around 12 to 17 knots with some gusts up to 23 to 25 knots. So we do have that red risk as we go throughout the afternoon with those stronger winds. Again, we are in a wind advisory at the moment, so expecting that to continue as we go into the overnight hours, and could see the winds drop off a bit again as we go into the morning hours for tomorrow. So just down to an orange risk for those winds that are above 25 knots. But otherwise, we are orange for those reduced ceilings and visibilities as we go throughout the day today with the showers continuing to push through the area. And then we'll see that drop down to a yellow after midnight and then to green as we start our day on Friday. We also have that yellow risk mainly after the 4 p.m. or 1600 local time frame for seeing lightning in the area again. Slight chance, looking at about 30% chance of seeing an embedded thunderstorm with some of the shower activity later in the day as it moves through the area. So overall, just a rainy and windy day with some unsettled conditions. But we will see things start to dry out tomorrow, expecting a mild low around 43 for our Friday morning. Tides are running about a foot above normal. And if we take a look at the next couple of days, Friday expecting to start off partly cloudy, and then we'll see clouds continue to decrease throughout the day. A seasonable day with a high around 51, but we will remain breezy for our Friday. We do have that orange risk for winds at or above 25 knots. Can't rule out seeing another wind advisory during the daytime hours tomorrow. As we go into tomorrow evening, we'll see things continue to clear out. Partly cloudy to mostly clear with a low around 34, but green across the board for weather risk. And as we go into Saturday, we'll have a slightly breezy day, but expecting those winds to stay below that wind advisory criteria. Otherwise, a mostly sunny to partly cloudy day with a high around 49. Looking at the extended forecast, much of the same story as we go throughout the extended forecast with a mix of sun and clouds going through the next several days. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy for most days. We'll have a slightly breezy day on Sunday, but expecting that to be below that 25 knot threshold as well, with a high around 43. We'll have some cooler evenings as we get into next week's with lows around 27 to 28 degrees, and the daytime highs will be in the low to mid 40s for the beginning of next week as well. And then ahead of that next system, as we get into the end of this 7-day forecast around Wednesday, we'll see some increasing cloud cover, partly to mostly cloudy for our Wednesday, with those clouds increasing later in the day and continue to do so into the end of the week. Well, that will wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.